Okay, today we're going to be talking about chart C
and chart D.
and chart D. And we're talking about verbs. So chart C is your verb overview. And we start with a definition. So we say, a verb is a word that asserts an action, shows a state of being, links two words together, or helps another verb. Okay? And we would do that a couple of times. And we move down to the 4 verb types. There are 4 verb types. How many verb types?
4.
4 verb types. They are intransitive.
Intransitive.
It's a stop sign. Transitive.
Transitive.
Like you're going to start running. Linking. You can do linked here. Or you can do an equal sign. And we'll talk about why we do an equal sign in a minute. So that's your choice. Linking or equal sign. And helping.
Helping.
With helping, you want to make sure you actually shake hands with someone because it's showing that you need 2 hands, you need 2 verbs. You need your helping verb and another verb with it, okay? So then we go back and we talk about those a little bit more. So we had intransitive with a stop sign. An intransitive verb does not transfer the action from the subject to an object. Example in chart is Jesus wept. Stop. Bob ran. Stop. Okay? Kameron jogged. Stop. All right. Then we have transitive. The transitive verb transfers action from the subject to an object. Okay? You're transferring. You're actually moving. Okay? The example here is Jesus loves me. Okay? It's actually transferring the action. All right? So then we have the linking verbs. The linking verb makes an assertion by joining 2 words. So you can join 2 words here, or you can have 1, 2 arms here to make an equal sign. And the reason I like the equal sign also is because if you place an equal sign in between the words that the linking verb is going in between, it can make an equal sign. So Jesus is God, Jesus equals God. All right? Kameron is a soccer player, Kameron equals soccer player. Okay? All right, and then we have helping. And a helping verb helps another verb assert action, being, or existence. All right? You have those two verbs there. So Jesus was, helping verb, weeping, another verb. Also with linking and helping, we memorize the verbs. And we do the linking verbs, the majority of them, to the tune of Jack in the Box. So we say, feel, become, remain, taste, seem, appear, look, sound, stay, smell, grow, pop. And then our state of being verbs, am, are, is, was, were, be, being, been. Okay? And then our helping verbs we do to the tune of Jingle Bells. So they are, I'll let Kameron do it.
Yes, did, has, I've had, and rest was were, be, bing, bang, bing, must, might, should, good, which I will, can.
Okay? And then we move down to the 4 verb attributes. Okay? There are 4 verb attributes. How many verb attributes?
4.
They are person,
Person.
number,
Number.
voice,
Voice.
and mood. Okay, and then we go back and talk about each of those. So we have person,
Person.
which can be first,
First.
second,
Second.
or third.
Third.
Okay? And then we have number, which can be singular
Singular.
or plural.
Plural.
And then we have voice, which can be active, like I'm throwing a football, I am
Active.
I'm giving the action. Or it can be passive, you catch the football, you're receiving the action, okay? The football was caught by me, all right? A couple of examples that I like would be the tornado destroyed the town. The tornado's doing the action. I think he might be a tornado. The town was destroyed by the tornado. The town's receiving the action. Okay? And then we have mood. We have indicative,
Indicative.
imperative,
Imperative.
and subjunctive.
Subjunctive.
Okay, so then that indicative, we do this because it makes a statement or asks a question. So, and then imperative Imperative states a command.
Command.
And subjunctive implies condition contrary to fact or expresses a wish. Okay?
A wish.
And examples of those would be indicative, Cameron cleaned his room. Okay? Imperative, clean your room. And subjunctive, if only you would clean your room. I wish you would clean your room.
I don't want to.
And that would be indicative. Okay. And then we move down to the last box. We have 12 verb tenses. How many verb tenses?
12.
And there are 3 times and 4 forms. 3 times 4 is?
12.
Okay. The 4 forms are simple, perfect, progressive, perfect, progressive, simple, perfect, progressive, perfect, progressive, simple, perfect, progressive, perfect, progressive. I messed that up. But we would just do that several times. And then we have, our times are present, past, and future. Okay?
Past and future.
So, and then we would just quickly go through some examples of those. The big thing with this chart, the big thing with this chart is that it's an overview. It's really important to memorize the chart, and it's really good to memorize the definitions and some examples, but you don't have to really understand it yet. We're going to break this down week by week, and starting in week 3 with the intransitive verb, and we're going to be breaking it down and understanding it one by one. So then we move to chart D, and with chart D, you can go play now. With chart D, I keep it pretty simple. There are 5 principal parts of verbs. The 5 principal parts of verbs are infinitive. So I like to use the sign language I, or you can make an infinitive symbol. This one kind of makes me dizzy. So infinitive, present, drawing a box, past, present participle, you're parting the bow, past participle. Again, infinitive, present, past, present participle, past participle. All right, and then just by copy work or verbally going over the chart, they would also need to learn that infinitive is to plus a verb, then the present form, verb plus ed, and so forth on that chart. And then we have this big list of irregular verbs that do not follow the pattern. The irregular verbs, since they don't follow a pattern, they need to be memorized. And one way is to go through them with your child and see which ones they don't know yet, and ones that they do know, you don't have to work on as much. And the ones that they don't know, those are the ones you want to focus on. On CC Connected, Cycle 3, Foundations Grammar, there are some songs for each one of these, because in Cycle 3 in Foundations, we memorize these. So students who memorize those kind of have a head start in Essentials. But it's, for example, to do, does, did, doing, done, and it's like that, I think, for almost every one of these. So that's how you're going to work on the irregular verbs. I also like to point out this to rise and to raise. They have the asterisks on them. And on the bottom, it does tell you the difference, because those are very commonly mixed up words. And that to raise actually doesn't belong on the irregular list. It's a regular verb. It follows the pattern, the rules, but it's put on there to show you the difference. So I like to point that out